Hello, everyone. This is Clarissa Pace, and I am EVP Platinum My Econ Incorporated. Listen, um, I was going to go live, but my internet just would not let me be great. So I decided to record or pre-record our training. And for me, every year, especially at the end of the year, I like to get you all as associates prepared to go into your next year. Hopefully you have done your homework, okay? And that takes 12 months of the year. If you were just enrolled in my econ, then this will be the beginning of something great for you, okay? So we just want you to follow along, and I'm just going to take my time and do a short overview of the cash flow manager. Now, one reason I have stopped doing so much training in my group is because every first Saturday, we have a national training from leaders who are budding leaders who are full-time in my econ, and they teach like crazy. So I'm going to influence you, hopefully, or I'm going to encourage you to actually go to or set aside that time on first Saturdays of the month to truly get involved in your business so that you can learn what it is that you do and you can learn how to help yourself personally when it comes to your finances, okay? So again, I'm Clarissa Pace, Monticello, Arkansas, and the reason I'm doing this entire introduction is because some of you will actually see me on my my YouTube page, where I've always put up things that were training about my econ and about personal finances. And so 2021, it is my goal to put more effort into more training and pull that up for you that you can actually go to it. And hopefully you can learn how to build yourself successfully as a business and how to recover personally with your finances, okay? So let's see if we can get started. I'm going to go through some steps showing you our website so that you can actually know how to get in there. Now, the cash flow manager, let me first define that for you, is one of our financial tools when you enroll in my econ and you become a business owner, particularly a home-based business owner. You must understand, in order to qualify for deductions, you must keep records. You also must understand that IRS is actually looking for small businesses. You are a small business owner, you are a network marketing owner, and they're looking for you to make errors so that they can make money. Really not particularly to shut you down, but for you to make, for them to make money. So there are so many myths and so many people that would tell you that if you are in business, you do not qualify for certain deductions. Um, you can't do this. You've got to have a profit every time you every year or after 3 to 5 years. In actuality, let me talk to you first about qualifying for your deductions. You must qualify for them. So qualifying just simply means you need to position yourself so that you can take these write-offs and you can begin your income shifting privileges. Okay. In order to qualify your business, you must operate your business as a business and not a hobby. A hobby is something that you do on the spur of a moment. You do it because it's just fun to do. Um, it's considered, you're very nonchalant about it. If an auditor were to interview you about your business, most likely you would say things that I hear people say most of the time when I'm calling and checking on them. Well, Clarissa, I guess I really, you start that true confession. I really haven't done it like I was supposed to do it. I really uh, listen, really, really, do you expect, there are some things that I can say to that, but do you truly expect to qualify yourself for deductions full time or part-time if you're going to have that type of attitude. So you got to understand that full-time in business, of course, is 30 hours or more. Part-time, get this, people, in your business is about 5 hours a week, which is so easy for you to do and qualify yourself for business deductions. Okay, so how would I do that? I would simply keep up with my training. I would keep up with my leaders. I would produce ways that I could share my business with other people. I would create paraphernalia that is your proof that you are working. I would take pictures. I would give out business cards. I would create flyers. I would be on all social media platform. But in the end, you got to understand that the investment of your time, your energy, your money, and your mindset is worth it in the end when you can qualify yourselves for deductions and you can save $5 to $7 to $10,000 a year when it comes to your taxes. Okay, this is the greatest expense in America. We are taxed federally, we are taxed statewide, we are taxed to have a business. Listen, as an LLC in Arkansas, we have a franchise tax. So we have sales taxes, we have grocery taxes. Now, because of the suit with Wayfair, now we all pay most of us pay our state taxes when we order from businesses online, such as Wayfair or Amazon or any other business. Even my econ had to go to taxes or charging us for our state taxes. So why not write those taxes off? But you must understand, this is not credit where the burden of proof is actually on the creditor. This is taxes where the burden of proof is on you. So you must qualify yourself. If I were in the holiday season of any type, I would most definitely qualify myself if I were meeting with family and friends or neighbors or driving to shop and so forth. I would qualify myself. So how would I qualify myself? I would actually have my business cards. I would have conversations with people. I would share it with my family in advance. I'm coming to your town. Here's an email. I want you to share this flyer with everyone and let them know the great opportunity I have as an income shifter. And I would like to talk to them about my income shifting membership. I would actually sell a product that I have online. So I would actually tell my testimony to people. If I go to church, listen, I would wear paraphernalia. If I went to a ball game, I would wear a pin as an attraction so that I could prospect, so that I could advertise, so that I could show relationship where I am building my business, where this was necessary. If I had a special event at my home, then what would I do? I would put out paraphernalia that would actually help people understand what it is that I do. They would sign in that they have seen this information, and then I would qualify to write off those expenses that came with that event. But you must do it properly. You must do it properly, okay? And we're not telling you to get over these as far as your deductions are concerned. They are written. This is IRS material. This is your state material. You must follow those guidelines in order to qualify yourself for what it is that they have written for you to write off. You must qualify yourself. So listen, that's all that we're doing. And the great news about my econ is that we actually gave you, or we provide a tool that comes with your income shifting membership to help you get that done. It's a great tool, okay? A great tool. So listen, give me a moment and I'm going to try to pull you into that tool where you can see it, okay? And we're going to actually record. Now I'm going from this direction because some of you are new and some of you are not new. You may just haven't been on your website in a while and know how to get to it, okay? So I'm going to just log in here. Now, let me tell you this before I log into, this is the computer. This is This is how you would do this if you were on your computer. If you follow the instructions, you can actually download your cash flow manager from your app store, or your Galaxy, I forgot what it's called, app with iPhone or whatever, but wherever you get your apps, you can download, you can type in cash flow manager and you can download it to your phone, and you can actually have an app to where it's easy for you to record your transactions, your qualifying deductions by phone. Okay. The technical part is half the battle. What you say is the rest of the battle. And that's where I want to take you to. So I'm actually on my computer because I like being on my computer recording. Okay. You can understand that in our cash flow manager, you get an opportunity to upload receipts as well, and notate your activities in there. So we want to show you the juice. Okay. So let me go here. Oh, I also want to let you know that home office has a video on here. So June, you can always go into your back office and get your information from June Collier and not just me. Okay. So we have a new slate of bullets, headlines in our back office, which is called Business Management Center. And if you've been in my econ as long as me, you're probably still referring to it as the back office. So let's see. Let's click on income shifting membership. Okay, this is part of your income shifting membership now. It's not under tools. We used to go under tools, but it's not there anymore. It has shifted to income shifting membership. So here's your cash flow manager. Okay, so we're going to click on the cash flow manager, and I'm going to create a new file so that I can show you how it works. Okay, I'm clicking on it. All right. Okay, so here we go. In your cash flow manager, whoo, I've been had years worth of stuff in here. You're going to come up with a screen, cash flow manager list. When you go to here, let me give you some tips for those of you who have my econ as a business, and then you have another business. Okay, you will need to separate your files, and all that means is create new cash flow manager, and you have business and you have home. You want to click on business, and later, not this video, I'm going to show you home, because that is a personal budgeting system that some of you actually overlook. And those that are new, you need to know that it's there, because a part of money management is that you get a real budget. Okay, so let's go in here and let's talk about sample. I'm going to put sample 12/8/2020, and then I'm going to save the file. Okay, the file is saved. Okay, now I want to enter my income information. As you will see, you have several headings here. People, do not make this hard for yourself. Read. Reading is fundamental. This is just what it says. You're going to enter your new income. So if you have a commission from my econ, this is where you're going to, if everything that you do, even if you don't get a commission check, but you may order products and then you sell them on hand, you record that cash right here. That is your income. Let me also stick a plug in here and say, it does not matter if it's $1, $2, $20, $200, or $2,000 or $20,000. Record your income. That means you are qualifying for these deductions because you are working your business. If you are not, that's just a hint that even if people do not go to your website and order for a drop ship, you can actually order your own products and sell them offhand. And guess what? That's you working business, okay? This coffee is good. Okay, the next thing you see here is view, edit income. It is just what it says. You can view your income and expenses. You can edit the information, okay? Here, enter, edit, budget. So if you were going to use your budgeting system, you're actually going to go here. View, edit, recurrent. Recurrent means those expenses that are happening every month on the same date. Let me give you an example. Your $34.95 should be in your budget. It should also be in your expenses because you are to pay them every month to keep your business active, right? Okay, so that's what it is. You can go in there, you can view it, you can edit them, okay? If anything changes with anything you have recorded in here, you can edit, you can change it. Unassigned receipts, preferences, and so forth. So you just go to that and you will get the opportunity. Excuse me, I'm not stopping this video because I did not turn this off because we are on a roll, okay? So I'm gonna go in here to enter our income. I don't know why it takes 2 or 3 taps for me to get there. All right, guys. So when you do, you have enter new income. I want you to see right here that under select income type, you have a drop sleeve. You can choose commission or interest. Okay. I'm assuming they may have put interest there because you need to understand that when you invest, dividends that are paid to you are income. Commissions will be what you are making from my econ. So we're going to click that. All right. So I want to show you custom income types. If you have another income, say you're in another file, you do have an opportunity to create a new bullet. So I'm just going to use this for, let's say, plumbing. Okay. So we're going to say that you don't have to be all fancy with anything. Okay. Now we're going to go over here and guess what? There's plumbing. If that's your plumbing income, that's what it is. But if you are in another file and it has commission, you really don't have to add anything because you have a different file for that. But just in case you're mixing and matching and whatever you got personally going on, you can add that income. You want to put somebody's name on there. Uh, you do long as you're taking care of it, okay? Now you'll find out in date that it is defaulted. However, you have a date selector. You can go to the date selector, click on the date selector, and you can go back. If you forgot to record, you can actually go back years, okay? Or you can do this. You can wash this out. You can put 12, let's see, 12, what's today? 8/08/2020. Bam, it's in there, right? So I entered and saved it, but I'm gonna open back up. It's just that simple, people. Now we're gonna put $1,000 because we are working my econ. Okay, so where do we get that from? We got it from my econ. Okay, what is it? Okay, bonus pay. Okay, where's my econ? They are in Snellville, Georgia. Okay, so I want to make a notation. These need to be short but business related. Created income from bonus, holiday bonus, or holiday special. Okay. Now, if you have a receipt, you can scan it and upload it, use and choose file. If you're on your cell phone, you can take a picture of it and upload it. Okay. If this is repeating, you can go right here and you can choose weekly. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to say this is weekly. And then I'm going to go to the date selector. And right here, this is the 8th. Well, in a week, that would be the 15th. I'm only putting that there so it will show you in a moment how to go to the next month. Hopefully it will. I'm not sure if it will because we're not in the next month. Okay, so that's recurring. The good news about recurring, okay, I did not choose what type it is. So I'm going to go back and choose its commissions, and then I'm going to save this entry. Now, see, the good news is You're already building a profile for your audit proof records. You know that you can go all the way back to 01, 2020 and choose, of which we don't have any login, but I wanted to show you that because you can call it whatever year, whatever month that you need this for, you can do that. Also, if you take a look at your load filter, you can do year to date, you can do month to date, okay? Play with this. Long as you save your information, you can't lose. Play with it, people. Do not be afraid. The only way you learn is that you get in here and play with it. View income, view expenses. So I'm going to go ahead and check expenses because I'm going to build an expense. I'm also going to check categorize because I'm going to do different categories. And when they're categorized, if you have more than one, you can separate those because that's how you're going to file them, or your tax preparer is going to file them anyway, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and click on category. Okay, now I'm not going to go over here yet, but I do want to show you printable view, mileage log, profit and loss statement, annual report, receipt images are all here. Okay, so you just have to use those buttons and download them and make them work. So I'm going to go over here where it says action, my action buttons, and I am going to go to expense this time. Okay, you don't have to go that way. You can save, go back in the other way that I showed you. Okay, now let's take a look. Select expense types. Now, this is the great thing about this is that you don't have to create your own categories unless it's really not there. Also, if you don't know what types of deductions are available to you that you can qualify yourself for, how about go to the selector and scroll down and look, oh, I can write off equipment, facilities. Okay, here's where my rent, interest on my credit card. How about write off the interest on your credit card? Because when you went in business, your bank cards went in business with you. What about interest on that loan? Okay, loan for your vehicle, loan that used to be personal, but you used it for your home office. You may have gotten lawn care to redo the roof or something of that nature. So interest on there, plus the labor. How about that? Legal and professional services. You may have some attorney. Legal and professional services would also be your tax preparer, okay? Licenses. We pay $34.95 a month. Anything, meals and entertainment. Listen, postage and shipping. I will go down here and see what is it that I have available to me. Now, what you do need to know is there is a difference between this meals and entertainment and the percent. This meals and entertainment is meals and entertainments that pertain to you doing business in one day. Okay, that means you did not go to stay at a hotel, you did not go stay with a friend, you did not travel overnight. Okay, so those meals and entertainment where you not just simply eating, but you are actually making a presentation, advertising, and prospecting, those meals would be here. You may have taken your company out for dinner, okay, your employees, okay? Now, let's go to this meals and entertainment. So if you are overnight, then you need to know that travel, meals, and entertainment go here. That would be a distinction for either you doing your taxes or your tax preparer having a distinction between that. Let's also look at transportation mileage. Transportation mileage is the mileage that you incur within your area, okay? Or your time to leave home, go to a working area, and come back home. However, you do get a chance to write off mileage regardless to this rule that goes with the mileage for traveling within your city. You can write off mileage, guess what? For overnight, plus you can write off gas. So you need to know that you can write both of them off. Now, the other mileage means that you're only writing off you're going to choose between mileage. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but let me see right here. Right here, you're either going to choose between mileage or actual expenses to your vehicle. I recommend that you record all transportation information so that you will know which one will give you the greatest deduction in the end. Okay. So travel, you get an opportunity to write both. So I don't like this other on travel. So I'm going to go up here because I like to make a distinction between my categories so that they're easy to enter. So what I do is travel, and then I'm gonna put travel mileage. Okay. So now we're gonna go back to the dashboard. We're gonna go into our expenses and we're going to see travel mileage. Okay, because I don't like other or miscellaneous, so that when you have state auditors or you have federal auditors, they know exactly what category or what you've been doing. That starts off real easy for them. Okay, but if miscellaneous, they need to find out the details. Could be a red flag. Okay, not written in stone, but it could be. So we don't take any chances there. Same thing with the date, same thing with the amount. So let's do this. Let's put in your cash flow manager monthly fee, which is your licensing fee. So there's licensing listed here. If that's what you want to do, fine. But so it comes out, we're going to say it comes out on the 8th of every month, or if we wanted to say the 10th, or if we wanted to say the 15th, or if you want to say the 20th, you can do any of that. Okay. That's $34.95 a month. Okay. Who is that again? My Econ. What is that? Website licensing. Okay. Snellville, Georgia. Okay. Online deduction for business website. Okay. Now we're going to go here. It's recurring monthly. We're just going to choose monthly. And then we're going to go over to January 2021, and it will reoccur on that, and bam, we can save it. How about that? Okay, now we're going to categorize, but see, I need to change my date so it will show everything, right? Up to the 31st. Now, bam, now I have that recorded. Remember, because it wasn't the 8th and I had my dates listed up here, 12/1 through 12/8. I just changed that and put it over here. Now I want to go over here and record another expense. Okay. So let's go to, I'm just going to use some common tax deductions. Let's go to communications. All right. Now, some of you on communications, you guys have been doing cable. I will not argue with that because everybody does things differently. However, I like to put the most likely, most common or ordinary and necessary deduction. If you're going to have cable, you've most definitely got to show that cable is necessary for you to do business. So therefore, I'm recommending that you either going to show where you are actually having an event, that you keep this on your cable channel, on your finance channel, or something of that nature, and you can justify that and you can show those events going on. It may be sticky. So I'm not one to add cable, but some people do. And I'm not going to tell you that. Okay. So, but I'm going to particularly talk about cell phone here. So you get a chance to write off your cell phone 100% if you have a landline. If you do not have a landline, then you're going to write off a percentage, okay? Because they're allowed the second line to be 100%. So don't worry about that percentage. You just need to share that information with your tax preparer. Put in what you pay on a monthly basis. So if I pay $50 And here's a question that some people ask. It's on a bundle. Okay, use common sense. You can pull your receipt from that bundle and you can highlight for your records the cell phone bill. If it's on there with cable, that's fine. You just must highlight and separate what the cell phone bill is and also what the taxes may be on there if you want to. If you want to lose the taxes and it's easier, it's up to you. Depends on how specific you want to be to how you want to save. So we're going to do AT&T. What is this? Okay, business cell phone. Okay, where? I don't know. Online, Pennsylvania. I'm not sure. You look at your bill. You can be specific. Hey, IRS loves being specific. So does state. You have to be. Arkansas, ooh, be specific with them. They don't like this at all. Okay, so the use of my cell phone to train and contact prospects and mentors. Okay, so now we are good. That happens on a monthly basis, and we're going to pull that up for another month, and that's going to go to January, and we are going to save that. Okay, so I hope that you have gotten the gist of what it is that you need to do when you are recording your expenses. I may do one or two more because I want to show you the deductions. Okay, meals and entertainment. Well, the rule is that if you're going to have meals and entertainment, you must have records of it. So in order for you to do this, not only do you need to record it here, but you need to have a sign-in sheet. You need to have people sign in. If it's a Christmas Day economic event, then you must create that. Create you a flyer for the people attending, because that would be your proof as well. But you get the people attending to sign off on it, okay? So if I were going to put in the deduction for the tablecloth, the food, and any other expenses that were held on that day, say I spent $1,200 on that day, I would put who would be, let's see, who would be Walmart, okay? What would be Christmas economic presentation? Okay, where's Walmart? Monticello, Arkansas. Okay, 25 guests attended the Christmas, and I spelled it wrong up there, economic presentation. Get this, I'm gonna put this happened on December 25th. Haha. Okay. Okay. See sign in sheet. Okay. Because you can, guess what? Attach that sign-in sheet, choose the file, scan it, attach it to here, and you don't have to write it all out. Now, if I went to Walmart that day, be sure you don't forget, you have up to three vehicles that you can actually write off your mileage for. I use vehicle 1. So I'm going to put in my odometer reading at 100. What is it? Oh, that's 11,100 miles on my vehicle. That's what I recorded when I sat down in my car before I went to shop for these expenses at Walmart. Now, it took me 100 miles, okay, round trip, okay? So my business miles was actually 100. Now, if you stop somewhere and it's not business, you just deduct that, okay? And you go back to your odometer reading to see how many miles out of there was business miles, how many miles were commuter miles, and how many miles were personal miles. I like to personally qualify all of my miles for business, so be careful and qualify yourself for the mileage. Wink, okay? Qualify yourself for that mileage. It's not recurring, so we're going to save the entry. All right, now because we have a capital, guess what? We are building an expense sheet. Now, guess what? I can see that I've made $1,000 and my expenses are over $1,200. Now, I want to tell you from our perspective as a tax preparer that I am a tax professional. You got to understand some of these are going to be percentage, but you're doing well. The more you have, the better it is. And so sometimes some people think, well, I got $12,000 in write-off, but there's a percentage that may come with your phone, your utilities, may or may not be used, depending on whether or not you profit in your business. Then there are other things that are percentage, like your meals and entertainment. They're not 100%. Some things depend on your adjusted gross income as to how much credit you might get from it. So this may vary, but the good news is that you are keeping up with every little piece of receipt, and you are qualifying yourself for everything you can to be written off, okay? So now that we have built the spreadsheet, we need to see it. So we're gonna come over here to our printable view, and we're going to click on it. I clicked on it. Bam! Now you have a worksheet that you can print off. So I just go up here at the top of my window here, and then I click print. So it's loading my view. See there? And if I want to, and it saves me paper, I can do front and back, I can do landscape, and that's going to change to landscape. Now you can do that. Let me show you another neat thing that MyEcon does. So now we have an annual report. You get whatever mileage you enter, people get this. You have a mileage log. So I am clicking on the mileage log. Bam. So sometimes you want to just make this mileage clear, and you most definitely want to have notation with your mileage, because this will be what is looked at most, because mileage gives you a major deduction. So you must qualify your miles as business miles for it to work, right? So let's go back. Now this is a neat thing, because many of you applied for PPP or your SBA loans, or if you're going to apply for business loans, or even if you're going to just apply for certain things and they ask you for your income and you want to show your business income, you have a profit and loss sheet. Bam! It will give you, if you keep up with everything, it will give you 12 months, and then you will have totals here, okay? Let's see if there's anything else that we need to share about this cash flow manager. So it's very simple, very, very simple to do, very, very simple to create. I think what it takes is discipline. And the reason I say that, people, ooh-wee, because it took me some time. It took me some time. I had to discipline myself. If I wanted to enjoy the benefits of lowering my tax liability, I had to do this. And guess what? I got audited. Ooh-wee. So some of you, if you don't start now, you got to start somewhere. I'm making this video and it is December. So it is most definitely clear that if you were supposedly and probably have been working business from January to now, and you don't have these deductions in there, it's a great time to go in and get yourself together. But if you record your deductions within 24 hours, which is the rule for you creating them, then you really want to put this in here, because you don't want to rely on your memory. If nothing else, and you're not ready to put it in this cash flow manager, you should have a tablet with you. I'm gonna tell you what I do. I use my cell phone. Sometimes I don't go even to the cell phone app, and I'm moving in a hurry. So I click my mileage, take a picture and click on my mileage. It records my date and it goes in my Samsung Note, okay? Or to be on your gallery, your picture gallery. So those are little things that you can do to help yourself. You can take a picture of your receipt, even if you haven't recorded it. You can make notes, stop at the restaurant, stop wherever you are. Oh, I was prospecting, write down who was with you, so you can enter that information and not lose it. And the biggest thing about scanning your receipts in is that receipts will actually fade. So you don't want them to fade on you, and you don't get the opportunity, guess what, to actually write them off. So this is why we are encouraging you to use your cash flow manager, because it is a great tool. It is your first tool for lowering your tax liability. If you don't do this, you're going to be like I was for 3 years. I heard an accountant and name brand tax companies put this fear in you because they're like for the government. And the government is truly not for us. So if you're audited, that's a whole nother ball game we can talk about. They're not for us. So there are things you need to know about auditing. There are things you need to say, things you don't need to say when it comes to auditing. But the biggest thing is you don't need to be caught without your work undone, which you have the burden of proof on you. So your records must tell a story. Tell the story. Make the story short and sweet. Okay. So this has been Clarissa Pace. I am leader over Team Vision, and I welcome you to get your house in order as we continue to help you grow your personal finances. Have a great day.